This is my Ironman, and this is the Gilded Collection Log staff. Only around 100 Ironmen have this staff, and it's my goal to be one of them. So follow along as I try and get the best gear, pets, and fill out as many collection log slots as possible. Hey folks, so in the last episode, I nearly green logged all 3 Voidwaker bosses, completing the Voidwaker and just missing the Vedion pet. Voidwaker's been super fun to use at TOA, so I've been enjoying having that as an awesome weapon. But for today's episode, it's time for me to enter the Fortis Colosseum. The Colosseum consists of 11 waves of enemies, and if you pass that, then you get to take on the boss Soul Heredit. And upon killing him, you get the Dazana's Quiver, which is the Bis ranged cape, providing strength and the ability to store additional bolts or arrows. And because I'm a collection logger, I'm going to both learn it and stay until I green log it. So Colosseum came out about a year ago, and that is when I started doing some attempts on it. That should tell you how behind I am. I'm hoping to try and catch up now that my kid is back in school. But it was cool because this was kind of the first endgame content I was able to try and do on release because I actually had good gear for it. So while I was watching people learn to try and do the fight, I just kind of started splinter farming, redoing wave 1 over and over again until the strategies came out. I later realized that this was a mistake because the fee of your deaths is reduced by 75% until you've completed 100 waves. But unfortunately, that includes wave 1 farming. So all the 100 wave 1 farms that I did before I even started Colosseum ate up this generosity. So I had to start paying full fee in deaths. So if you're in the future, don't waste it on wave 1 farming.
So similar to the monkey room on TOA, you can just come in here at level 1 and shift right click to tag a specific color, and that especially helps with these Fremniks.
So I quickly learned that a Sara Godsword was extremely useful in the waves because the Ranger Fremnik, you max hit it. So if you max hit a 50, you restore a ton of health and prayer every single wave. And I would like to learn how to do this with the most effective gear as possible, so I am going to try and get an SGS. And I figure while I'm here farming this, I'll try and just get all the combat achievements done while I'm at it. I never really went back to Ziliana after getting a Twisted Bow, so this will be fun. I've also got a Serp Helm and a Blowpipe to help venom the minions in between. So overall, this was pretty chill. I didn't try and do anything fancy, I just accidentally tanked all the damage. Okay. I just got that without even trying. That's nice. Started off by getting a Sarah's Light at 160 kills. Saradomin swords number million. Okay. I have like 6 kills more for my 50 kill trip. So I'm sweating hard on this one. It's taking like 2 hours here. Oh, I got it. Okay, sweet. That one took so long. I probably did that for like 2 hours straight. I had to pee in the middle of it, and I had to run while tanking a minion and pee and come back before she respawned. It was terrible. I'm very glad that's over. So this CA, I was trying to kill all the minions before Ziliana, so I venomed all of them and then just kind of run around. And then right as I was about to kill Ziliana, the last minion respawned. Can you count? Oh no, he respawned. Oh no, that's so frustrating. Okay, I got it that time. Went for the melee only Ziliana. It was pretty easy with the Fang. I just wore my tankiest gear with the shield and Justicer chest. That wasn't bad at all, actually. So for moving collateral, you have to just attack Starlight with chins. And so I untagged Ziliana to make sure I didn't accidentally click her. And then only option would be to attack Starlight. And that worked out pretty well. I then waited for Starlight to respawn again and just kept running around the room and then did it again. And that was pretty fine, I guess. Well, that wasn't too bad. All right, that's a little too much Sarah for today. So I'm pretty certain I did 150 kills today. That's just way too much. I wish I would have gotten an item in that KC. Oh well. So here's where the collection log is at. So 3 lights in 290 KC. They're 1 out of 254, so I'm actually gotten really lucky with those. 4 Sarah swords, which is 1 out of 127, so definitely overrate on those. I'm technically not outrate for either one, but when you take in consideration both of them, ideally I'd have one of them by now, but that's all right. 1 out of 508, they're very rare items. I just really want that hilt so I can start getting into the Colosseum because that looks fun. And I also want the crossbow to more effectively do Muspa because the Venator bow looks like it's going to be pretty good at the Colosseum as well. So both these things will help me with that. I am glad I finished all the combat achievements today though. It was a very productive day in those 150 kills. Oh, let's kill count 400.
probably another 50 kill trip. That was a long one. Still nothing interesting. I would think at 400, I would at least have seen one of these by now because they're both 1 out of 508. So you would think half of that, but oh well.
Collection log slot.
A crossbow. Okay, sweet. Finally got something. Closing in on the drop rate for one of them. I'm kind of glad I got that because I don't think I would have stayed around long if I got the other one. So awesome. That was a 42 kill trip because 400 was where I ended the last one with the armor crossbow. So it was a good trip. And in case anyone hasn't seen this before, I just stack up a bunch of next KC and then I just run back in between the next bank and another Sarah trip. And it just lasts as long as I have next KC. To help that, I have my Arma Helm to pass some of the minions, a Holy Blessing. The most important thing is the Ancient boots, because you definitely take a lot of damage if you don't have an ancient item. Yep, just run back and forth here. The only downside to doing this is I feel like I have to stick around here for a very long time because I'm like so against wasting my EQ keys. So I feel like I can't go do any content if anyone else is doing something. But it still is nice to not have to worry about wasting ecumenical keys. So you see there, just ate up 30 essence. Bank up and go right back to Sarah since I have 500 Sarah KC. That's never going to be an issue.
Collection log slot.
Oh my gosh, I got it. Holy
Oh, nice.
Woo! Out of here. See you never. Teleport. Get me out. I was not expecting that at all. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy I got it. So I went 440 without getting either one. And I was starting to get a little worried. I have to be here for a while. And then suddenly within the past 40, I got the crossbow and the hill before I even got to the 508. So that was perfect. I can come back for the pet at some point. I'll probably still come back for these Slayer tasks to make it nice and quick, but I'm excited to not have to come back in the near future and start being able to do some Colosseum finally. I do have like 120 remaining next KC, so I'll probably send enough next KC of trios until that's completely drained, and then I'll move on to Colosseum.
Okay, so after spending several days of dying over and over again in the waves, I finally made it to my first wave 11. I don't think I'll make a guide or anything. I think there's people that do those way better than me. The guide that I used was this one by Giul, and considering that there's 270,000 views on it, I'm assuming it's the one that most people use to get theirs as well. Maybe one tip is that you can safe spot some of these mobs instead of having to deal with flicking between the two. You start up here and then run down here. Just get ready to pray against it. The mage won't be able to see me, but just be prepared for the second I step back, it's going to see me. This tile's a good one to mark too because it's the last tile you can walk up to and be safe from the shaman being able to see you. So if you have Myopia 1, you can still shoot from here. You can usually shoot from way back here, but Myopia will reduce it by 2 tiles. I also used this nifty Google Doc that was on the Weedy Raids Discord, and it has like just a lot of solves. This was a nice little reference in case I just wanted to look up something real quick. See, like it has every option of stack and what to do. It'll tell you like, oh, make sure you take 1 step back and then jump out 2 and then flick against this one. So that was really nice as a quick little reference to use. And I'll link it in the description. And honestly, a lot of it was just getting lucky on both the invocations and just lucky that I didn't encounter double south spawns. Whenever I encountered a south spawn, I pretty much just always died. It was so hard for me to deal with, even though logically I knew kind of how to roughly do it. It was hard to deal with the Fremniks and them. Luckily, I'd also recently done Inferno at this point, so I knew how to flick against 2 different monsters by 1 tick flicking back and forth. One thing that seems to be a big question for lots of folks these days is if they should do Colosseum first or Inferno first. And I would 100% recommend Colosseum. You can see I have like a ranger and a major out here, and this took me like 20 minutes to get to this point, or however much time. You start encountering a simple major ranger flick very early on, like 15 minutes in. Whereas you can see on the Inferno, this is on wave 51. So that was like a full hour of time spent in the Inferno just to learn this one quick lesson that I could have learned quickly in Colosseum. So I think the lessons learned in Colosseum are much more helpful towards Inferno because you can learn them quick. Whereas if you do Inferno, it takes you a long time slogging through like 40 waves before you can finally get to the point where you're going to learn something. But with that, this will be the first time I'm going to see the boss.
That's it. We're cashing out now.
No.
All these kind of suck. That's too bad I didn't get a free one for the final thing, like Relentless or something.
So Soul Heredit is a very unique boss. He attacks with a specific pattern and rags certain tiles. If he attacks with a spear attack twice in a row, he'll do the opposite tiles. And then a shield attack, he'll rag everything where you need to do one tile behind you. And then if he does a shield attack twice in a row, then you go 2 steps behind you. Then as the fight progresses, he gets some more special attacks. One is he will grab a piece of gear and you have to click on it in your inventory interface. If you wait 3 ticks and do it at the last second as he's stabbing you, then it'll guarantee a max hit on your next attack, which is pretty cool. And then the other is when his spear glows, he'll attack you every 3 ticks and you have to turn on pre-melee just for that 1 tick and then turn it back off again every single time. This was also before any sort of simulator was out, so this is my first time trying anything to do with the boss. So my goal for this first attempt is just to survive long enough to see the special attacks to start getting experience. So let's see how that goes.
Okay. By Relos, we finally have a worthy challenger.
Dying on my hardcore Ironman. Complete.
Okay, I need to tag him. I need to tag him. That honestly triggered me so hard to not see his like box. Oh my gosh, I'm like freaking out because I'm like, wait, where's his hitbox start and end?
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I think I'm gonna go ahead and type his name in.
Yeah.
Tag.
Honestly, it threw me off so much. I'm like, wait, am I starting here? Am I starting like? Oh my gosh! Like honestly, that simple fact was like triggering me so hard I couldn't focus on the fight. And the quartet was messing me
That
up
was
too, of course,
that
because I was like thinking oh, I should have quit my bow, and then I just attacked it and I was like, oh, whatever. Golly, honestly, if he was tagged, I feel like I would have been fine. I just didn't know where his like middle tile was right off the rip, so I was like, wait, is it here? Golly, wow, is there a way to make you feel stupid?
You got like 2 hits in.
I felt like this boss fight was like not too bad. And like when I watch, I'm like, simple enough. I just die in 1 second flat. Oh my gosh, that sucks. I'm definitely gonna make it long enough to fight to witness that mechanic. Dang it, I had so many brews too. Oh, that's so many supplies. Well, I just got to wave 11 and I'm noticing that I have a fanatic item here. So it leaves me with the tough choice of if I finish this wave. I guess first off, I have to try and beat this wave. I'm faced with the choice of do I try and get some experience on the boss, which is only the second time I've done that, or loot this. Considering how rare these are, I probably should loot that, but I guess either way, we have to focus on this wave 11 first. Looking between these, I think re-entry 2 is the easy choice because permanent is usually awful, but it's only 1 wave. So as long as I stay out of the middle where the final boss is, and I'll probably leave actually, honestly, to get that. So yeah, it doesn't matter either way. Oh, super spawned wave. Wow. So initially I wanted to see what these were, but because there's a major hiding there, and if these things spawn mage, I think I have to readjust anyways. So I'm just going to readjust now while they are still unspawned. And something will see me for sure. Oh my gosh.
Dying on
I
my
was not
hardcore Ironman.
expecting double
Completed.
Manicore seeing me. I should have ran over there. Oh my gosh, I lost it. Oh no. I thought only 1 Manticore would be able to see me, not both. Oops. So I just finished wave 9, and I noticed the next one is an Echo Crystal. I don't have the Guardian Boots, so I can't use it right away, but it would be cool to get the unique. From what I understand, they're not that great either. So I'm trying to just decide whether, well, first off, I need to finish this wave and not die. So I guess I can focus on that first. But I'm just trying to think through if I want to do that or risk it and just get some experience on the boss. Cool. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take it. If I really only get 80 splinters for that whole time.
Collection log slot completed.
All right. Okay, here we go. Boss attempt number 2.
Dying on my hard
I got hit by the orb.
Completed.
Alright, new PB, 100 health. Golly. And I wish I would have turned on the sound effects. Take a lot of practice, I'm sure. Alright, so this is my third time. What's his dialogue this time? What's it they say? Third time's the charm? Yeah, let's see if that's true.
On my hard
Oh, that was the wrong. Oh my gosh.
Completed.
I just can't deal with the freaking quartet every time, dude. I'm like just panicking, trying to kill this stupid thing. So my death's coffer is getting a little low from all these wipes. I guess not low, but I think I've decided to dump this echo crystal. A couple reasons is, one, I don't have the guardian boots anyways right now, and they're going to be buffing the drop rate of them in the future. And the biggest thing is, like, you can see this says 23 million. So I'll just go ahead and confirm. Yes. They're actually only trading at like 14 or 15, so these are going to keep going down, down, down to match what the actual price is. And when they make them more common, they'll even further down, I think. So might as well just do one right now while I can get a lot of use out of it, and I'll get more in the future, so it's okay. So continually trying to learn. I think my biggest issue is not being able to click back in time, so he just drags towards me instead of me being able to click back to him quickly. Because when he drags, it's a problem because then you get backed into a corner and then have to make mistakes. Also, I learned that his click box is massive. I like try and turn the corner and just end up clicking him a lot. But this is my first attempt where I finally saw all the mechanics. I eventually swapped my visual metronome to 10, and then I could easily calculate every 3 ticks that I need to turn prey melee on. Yeah, I knew that one was wrong the second I clicked it. Well, new PB. Buff to the items. I finally got my first piece of the Sunfire loot. Got it on wave 7 this time, so I'm just going to go ahead and claim it. It's a really good run, so I probably could have gone pretty far, but that's alright. I would rather take the
Collection log slot completed.
Nice. Oh, the shield. I got tripped up.
Dying
I
on
moved.
my hard completed.
Alright, well that was pretty good actually. It's definitely the best I've done so far. Started to get a little bit more of the hang of it. I just have to move a lot earlier than I have previously. I'm glad I got the body thing too. I guess I was zoomed out properly. Yeah, I knew the timing was wrong, but that's alright. New PB. Yeah, oh my gosh. Dang it. Okay, is it snuggle time? My daughter came and handed me something in the middle of it. One thing I love about Soul is once the movement clicks, it just kind of clicks. Even though I make mistakes still. But I went from a PB of like half HP down to this amazing pull. Good one. Oh, are you kidding me? I hit it. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. I got that far. If I clawed him, it would have been fine. So I just got to this wave, and I'm seeing that there's the glaive available next one. So it's making me a little nervous. Hopefully I do it okay. I'm thinking I'm just going to take Doom here. Well, I don't know. 15. I don't know. Definitely not volatility. That'll make it very difficult. 15 stacks. I mean, if I take 15 things of damage, I feel like I'm just dead anyways. This one I feel like is going to make it more complicated. I've never done it before, so I don't want to lose that. I guess I'll just take, I don't know, Doom you get from the Fremnix too is definitely an issue. So I didn't know this at the time, but taking Manta Mayhem 3 is actually a terrible decision. I just got really lucky on this one that I got the Ranger to show up the same time I was attacking another Ranger. This last Manticore had a melee first, which is what can happen, but sometimes if the melee spawns at a weird angle, it can actually make the wave more or less impossible to solve. So I got pretty lucky that it didn't affect it. Phew. Sweet. Confirm.
Collection log slot.
Oh, I didn't even notice I had the helm. That is hilarious. I had no idea. So I got the helm too without even realizing it. Okay, cool. That's awesome. So that's 2 more uniques added, and the Ralos is very rare, so I'm really glad to have that out of the way.
Currently, it has pretty limited uses. The most it's used for is just at Maiden, and it's barely worth the inventory slot, but it looks really cool.
All right, you guys ready for this animation? That looks sick, though. I love that animation.
Combat task completed.
So I was forced to take red flag this run, so I completed that. I guess that's nice. Hopefully I can kill the boss here. Something that I learned is that once you get him below 50% health, every time he does the golden spear parry attack, the last attack he hits you with, you have to wait 4 ticks. Yeah, I knew that was coming. I got cornered and couldn't find a way out. That's unfortunate. Well, I got offered the pants. I'm wondering if I should just try and do one more wave to get 500 more splinters, because that sounds pretty nice. I really feel like doing it. I just am worried about 2 things spawning south here. Let's just go for it. Another reason why I went for it is because wave 7 is pretty much the easiest wave of the Colosseum besides waves 1 and 2.
Collection log slot
That
completed.
is the full set. The 1,000 splinters too. So cool. Now I don't have to worry about taking them anymore if I don't want to. I might take them just for Death's Coffer, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth interrupting my run for, but we'll just cross the bridge when we come to it.
Dying on
I
hot
didn't have
Ironman
any prayer.
completed.
That was terrible. I just couldn't recover. Like, I couldn't just stabilize and like get my prayer potion back up, get my combat potion back up. I was just chug and chug and chug and chug. Like, I was just trying to stabilize and get to a decent spot, but it never got to that point
think
where I could
moving-
just like catch up. And...
Moving forward, you need to start bringing hard food.
So as you heard, one of my friends made a really good observation and recommendation that I should bring more hard food, and I couldn't agree more. I spend so much time just looking at my inventory, clicking brew, and then restore, and then super combat, that I just make further mistakes. The brews are literally causing me to take more damage just by nature of them existing, because I have to get combated potioned up. So in the future, I'm going to bring much more hard food. You can see I got a perfect parry here, and my max hit was at 28 because I was brewed down so much, which happens all the time. One thing that I was proud that I got down was using my visual metronome at 10 ticks helped me do this perfect parry every time, where you have to pray melee every 3 ticks. So for example, since he hit me on 9 the first time, I know the next one is going to be on 2, and then the 4 after that is going to be on 6, and that just helped me a ton.
Oh, I died to Doom! No!
So this was particularly heartbreaking. I had 2 tiles in a row ragged, which gave me an extra Doom stack, and I was sending the full Dragon Claw, almost spec'd him all the way down. He had 40 HP, and I got ticked for another stack of Doom. Would have been like 1 or 2 more autos. So this was so heartbreaking. So you can see I just took a giant 45 on this attempt, and my inventory is full of food, both anglerfish and the new cooked moonlight antelope, which heals 26 over time. And recovering was so much easier to just double click a couple food and not have to worry about clicking a restore and a super combat afterwards, so I can get back to focusing on the fight and healing. Additionally, my combat stats remain all the way up this time since I used a divine, so this helped out a lot. This attempt was going pretty well though. Could this be the one that I get the quiver on? Here too. Shield 1. Five and 9. Shield 2.
Combat task
Got it.
completed.
Boom! Oh, the double claws helped so much there. Holy crap. That was so worth it to just do one hammer at the start.
Collection log
Yay!
slot completed.
Woo! Take the quiver. I only got 80 splinters. Oh, the claws were so worth it. Oh my goodness. Because I'm just freaking out. I'm not combat potted. Yeah, I like the divines in the food way better. And just save like 1 or 2 brews if the food runs out. Oh, so cool. Yay. I was completely out of food and brews too, so it was just perfect. So I still had like almost 2 restores left, so maybe I could bring 1 less that I'm bringing. But just wanted to check how long that took me. I had 77 deaths. Wow. Of course, is the whole wave. As far as boss attempts, looks like it was 12. Okay, so that one was 12 KC. So cool. So 11 deaths on the boss. Killed it on my 12th, and then 65 wave deaths. Wow, I didn't realize it was that big. Oh, very excited. Now I kind of want to max, so I can get that cool looking white cape. So I think that might be next. Dead. Wow, that was so clean. Oops, volatility, I forgot. Wow, 2 uniques. That's pretty cool. Echo Crystal and the Sunfire. Sweet. That was so clean. What a fun fight. Yeah, bringing food is the play. I loved how I was able to just be at 99. And honestly, Relentless, or the thing that reduced your health, was really nice too. I could Angler at like 99 to go to a 121. And I was able to keep the combat the whole time. Two more uniques again. That's pretty cool. I was tempted to just leave just because of that, but I'm glad I didn't. I need to keep killing him for more splinters for my quiver as well as for the pet. So it got to the point where if I ever made it to Soul, I would guarantee kill him. It was such a great feeling, and this is the reason this is my favorite boss in the game. If you get past the learning curve, you can take 0 damage the whole time if you know it well enough.
Combat task completed.
Oh, okay, cool. 10 kills.
Did you forget about the explosion, or you just knew you had enough?
I forgot about it, yeah. Luckily, I was high HP. So I just completed the perfect footwork, which means I didn't get hit by any of his attacks. So that felt pretty good. I was starting to stress towards the end, but I finally did it. So I'm very happy about that. I obviously would like the pet. Oh, I need to go farm Zammy to get another Hosta, and then I need to try one without running. This one I don't think I'll try even until I get a scythe, or maybe a Venator bow to deal with the bees. And then the speedrunner, I don't know if I can even do that one without a scythe as well. But anyway, I'm very happy about this one. That's so cool. So in my inventory, you can see I have amassed 25 Dazana's quivers, and I'm going to be trading them all in to gamble for the pet. I don't want to trade him in for Sunfire Splinters yet, because if I do, I get passive Splinters during the runs, and I need to get the pet eventually anyways if I want to greenlog this place. So if I turned any in for Splinters, there's a large chance that I could get way too many Splinters while going for pet. And it makes more sense to do the pet rolls first and then Splinters later, because I get passive Splinters as I'm doing each run. The pet has a 1 out of 200 chance for each quiver you turn in or completion of Colosseum.
It's so tragic that like you have to do it one at a time, and it's like 5 dialogue options, so it's just like,
it is so many dialogue options. I know. Come on, give me the pet.
dude, come on.
I need to make sure not to give all of them away so I can keep one to wear and use.
You should equip it right now. Come on.
Oh, come on, man.
No.
One more. Dang it. Oh, man. Okay, gonna turn in 4 more. Bummer. Whew. So I just got the slow dancing in the sand achievement, which means you just battle him without ever running. It's not too bad. The only thing that becomes an issue is running back for the shield 2, because you have to go back 2 tiles. But if you just run back like 1 tile in advance, it doesn't make it too bad. The hardest part is just switching corners or switching sides when your side becomes a little too backed into a corner and there's too much sand.
You have to walk slowly to the other side, and I took probably 2 hits there. But glad that's over. I figured it was a good time to go for it because I didn't have a ton of splinters that I was risking, as well as I only had Doom 1, so I could tank a couple hits without it being an issue, as well as no frailty, which I really like no frailty in this situation because I could pre-angler and be at 121 HP. So all 3 of those things were very helpful. So the only thing I really need is to get a Hosta Zammy. Zammy's something I got super spooned on. I got my first spear at 4 KC, and I got my second one at 24 KC, which I was able to use for my Dragon Hunter Lance. And then the first one I was just going to keep and use for Corp. But unfortunately, while we were doing a TOA with the sub 75 attack weapon combat achievements, I brought in a Hosta as well as a Karis. And afterward, I thought I was alching my Karis to just get rid of it, but instead I somehow accidentally alched my Hosta instead. Was confused why I suddenly had 180,000 gold in my bag. Oh no. Oh frick.
What did he do?
How much does a Hosta elk for?
No way.
I'm almost past 500 kills now without another spear. So I went Giga Spooned to Giga Dry. So hopefully I get that soon. Turned in a few more quivers. And no pet. So it was a pretty sloppy last kill of the Splinter Grind. I had 9 out of 10 Doom by the end. Solar Flare messed me up. Go get our quiver charged. So I have 150,000. Now I can turn in the leftover quivers, which is just 2 at this point. I haven't turned any in for any splinters. So all for the pet
Collection
roll.
log slot.
Oh my gosh, I got it! Woohoo! That's hilarious. I literally had 2 left. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Yes. All right. I was not planning on that at all. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to stay here for a while, get more quivers. That is so awesome. Holy cow. Okay, there's the green log. Sweet. Oh my gosh. I wonder what person number in the game I am to green log this place. Probably not too crazy. I guess there's probably a decent amount of people that have the pet and everything. But so this was on May 5th, 2024. And the Colosseum was out March 20th in 2024. So it had been out for like 6 weeks. So green logged the whole place in 6 weeks. And I was pretty proud of myself going from someone who couldn't really do CG to then green logging a piece of new hard content a year or 2 later. It just felt really good personal progression. So I guess you just charge it at any of the altars? Yes. Okay. Sweet. Blessed quiver. Now it's red. Hopefully I'll max soon. Now I'm more motivated because that cape looks super awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's been like a very long time since I've seen a purple. Sweet. Finally, the 420s are coming in clutch, I guess. Come on. Give me a Missouri mask. Oh, another light bear. Yeah, that's what we thought. That was purple number 21 on kill 390. So the quiver was great because it lets you keep 2 different types of ammunition. It's nice for you to be able to keep bolts and arrows in your quiver. It's extra range strength at TOA, which was good for my daily TOAs because I use Twisted Bow a lot for, my Warden damage as well as at Zebak and anywhere else. It also increases the accuracy and strength of my blowpipe at stuff like Akka statues, which is really nice. And then at Nex, it was really good too. Any extra rank strength and accuracy I can get my hands on is good. So we'll keep farming TOA and Nex. And I am looking to max in the next episode. So I can get the quiver upgraded to the really nice looking white max cape with the quiver attached. Looks really good. So I'll see you in the next one.